call Halalim, Wahat to put a Rasla, Abanaw, Yahawah, Allahayinawa, Bahashim, Yahawashi, Bahashim, Rakahak, Wadash. That being said, all praises, honor, and glory to our Father, Yahawah, our power, in the name of Yahawashi, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the elders and apostles and the bishops in Connecticut of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Continue to teach us this truth and who rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to Lahabiyah Dawa Yah, which means the house of David, Akbak, and Rabanya, and those are the women and children tied to the men of the Lord, predestined for salvation here in these last days. I'd like to say shalom to you. Hey, this shit, I come to you out of Saginaw, Michigan, here to prophesy against the so-called white man, Esau Edom. The devil that the Bible speaks of, the devil deceiver, the living embodiment of the spiritual demon Satan, as you so-called white people. It's Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked as a punishment to you Israelites for what you did in the garden. He, Esau Edom, covered the faces of the judges thereof. The judges are YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, and according to what Daniel and also Revelation, it describes the Lord YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, as dark-skinned men. He, Esau Edom, covered the faces of the judges, YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, thereof. If not, if he ain't the devil, where he at? And who is he? This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Mind or trouble because of Jacob's trouble, neither by spirit nor by word nor by letter as from us, as that day of Hamashiach is at hand. Let no man deceive you by any means. That dumbass nigga who bought that Benz and you dumbass set up and follow behind him. Okay. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first. This Jeremiah 17. This is Jeremiah 17 and verse 4. This is also a reincarnation scripture. Jeremiah walked this earth right now. And thou and you, Jeremiah, even thyself, yeah, you, Jeremiah, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. In other words, he was going to die and come back, and he was going to know he was an Israelite, and he was going to be down here following heathen customs. And never mind. And I will cause thee, the Lord Yahweh will cause you, Jeremiah, to serve thine enemy, slavery, in a land, not in Israel, which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fine mine anger, which shall burn forever. Back to 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, the return of YAHAWASHI, except there come a falling away first. Our whole nation fell away from our nationality and our heritage, and that the man of sin, the seed of Cain, the serpent in the garden, be revealed, the son of perdition. You Edomites, you so-called white people, you Romans from the ancient world, uh, you Greeks. The Lord gave you 3 different chances to rule, and let it be known that you the Greeks and the Romans and the serpent in the garden. The serpent in the garden, you gave Eve her feminism. Let it be known you the seed of Cain, and you liars and murderers. John 10:10. The Lord took your color from them. You put yourselves up to be the Israelites, you Israelis, you so-called white people, and you know who you are. We fell away from our nationality and our heritage because you didn't want us to know who we are. You Amalekites, you funded the slave trade, and then you came over here and changed your name to Smith and Johnson and shit like that, and now you gotta pay for it. I'm from Texas. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except they come falling away first, and the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. You so-called white people, who opposes and exalted himself above all that is called God or that is worship, which is why you got your little technocracy popping off. You want to stick microchips in everybody, or that is worship, so that the white man, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the power. And then they make all these blasphemous statements like, we don't need the Most High, all this other shit. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now you know that, and now you know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. You so-called white people, you pedophiles, you exposed, you do all manner of bullshit, human trafficking, you destroying the planet Earth. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he, Esau Edom, be taken out of the way. YAHAWASHI coming. And then shall that wicked, a capital W, be revealed, you white people, whom the Lord YAHAWASHI shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. That's I think Revelation 19, the spirit of prophecy. That's YAHAWASHI. With the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. That pure power coming, Esau Edom. That pure power coming. And he gonna be standing on that joint. And you gonna know your place after that. You know your place now already. Matter of fact, for you assholes, we have no king but Caesar. And you coon ass niggas with your bald ass head, and you vote, and you know we the Israelites, and you got off whatever moot points you want to come up with in your head to try to debate it or debunk it or whatever the case may be. You just a bitch ass nigga. This Jeremiah 2:14 is Israel. You bitch ass niggas of the tribes. A servant. Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? I'm sitting up looking right before I turn this on. I'm sitting up looking at I heard how Donald Trump called. I don't give a fuck what he said about Obama, bitch ass. But I really not even Michael Obama. But
quality, sufficiency.
he put up a tweet and he called them motherfuckers monkeys. And you dumb niggas of the tribes. Again, we have no king but Caesar. That's all you here for. You here to pay for shit like that. Cause you a bitch ass nigga.
is above all else pursuing an explicitly racist agenda. None of this is news, unfortunately, but every so often the President of the United States does something so grotesque, so egregiously offensive, that we have no choice but to view it in the larger context of his persistent bigotry. So, last night, around midnight, Trump's social media account posted and then reposted
Hey, Shalom Shamar. YAHAWASHI Shabbat, bro.
pushing 2020 election conspiracies, which he's obsessed with, that also depicted the first black president and the first black first lady of this country, Barack and Michelle Obama, as apes. The Obama family has thus far not responded to the video, but House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries has.
This disgusting video posted by the so-called president was done intentionally. Donald Trump and his vile, racist, and malignant behavior. This guy is an unhinged bottom feeder. President Obama and Michelle Obama are brilliant, caring, and patriotic Americans who represent the best of this country. It's time for
All right, let me get on. Hey, man, for you Israelites who love this place so much, you bottom feeding coon, you. The Lord can kill your bitch ass here. You niggas found out you wasn't supposed to be voting, doing all this bullshit here. You niggas okay with matter of fact, here, let me say it like this. You fucked up ass niggas, you okay with the motherfucker who put you in slavery, gave you all kind of bullshit to believe in, raped your men, turned your women into whores, on the plantation. What they did to Jake, atrocious, unspeakable. But you niggas will live by these motherfuckers' rules and wanna live in a society with these people after they raped your sons on the plantation, buck breaking and shit. You don't want you Israelites, you don't want these people to suffer for what they did to you. Hey, it's seriously something wrong with you, Jake and Eve. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Man, Jake. And then these people, pedos and all kind of crap. This is Psalms 12 and 8. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. You niggas put up cave people up over you who rapists and pedophiles and freaks and weirdos. And you want to vote and because they give you stupid shit like feminism and the freedom of religion, for you Israelites, the freedom to commit spiritual fornication against your God, which is the reason why you, wherever you at in the world right now, you Israelites, you're stupid. You're stupid. This is Daniel 4 and 17. You niggas dumb in a motherfucker. And that's the crazy part. You love your enemy. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH, to the intent that the living may know. You them dumbass people completely oblivious that the Most High Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahushua, ruleth in the kingdom of men, and give it to him, and giveth it, the kingdom, to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it, the basest of men, the lowest of our creation, a goddamn troglodyte, up over us, kicking off in your ass, and you can't get it. This is Psalm 17 and 13. Arise, O Lord Yahweh, disappoint him, the white man. Cast him down, the white man. Deliver my soul from the wicked, the white man, which is our sword, the belt of the Lord. But you dumb, fucked up ass niggas, you don't understand nothing. Stockholm Syndrome, some cold shit. Jeremiah 13 and 23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin or the leopard his spots? Then may we also call good that are accustomed to do evil. The white man ain't doing nothing but his job. He being the evil piece of shit, the whipping stick of the Lord. He kick your ass, spread his bullshit throughout the planet of the earth. Again, the living embodiment of the spiritual demon Satan. He just running amok to and fro on the earth. You Israelites, you following all over again what you did in the garden, which why the Lord flooded the earth. You follow behind the seed of Cain and do whatever the fuck he tell your ass to do. Carry on. This shit gonna be bad, Jake. This shit gonna be bad. You don't understand nothing. The violent man. Hold on. This Psalms 18 and 48. Then I'm gonna go to Psalms 141. He delivered me from mine enemies by letting you know who you are according to the Bible. Yea, thou liftest me up above those that rise up against me. Thou hast delivered me from the violent man. That's talking about you pink people. Two black guys ran a train on me. I ain't been able to walk for a week. Please pray for me. I pray the Lord kill your funky ass for putting that shit on my goddamn channel. You fucked up bitch, you. I tell you why I'm hopeful of the elect. Shalom, bro. YAHAWASHI, bro. I ain't tripping about that shit. I hope the Lord kill your whore ass here for that shit. I don't give a fuck if you didn't do it. Just on the strength, just on the strength you put that on my channel for some dumb shit, a laugh and a giggle. I hope you die slow and painfully. This Psalms 141. For you bitches like you, before what, like they gave y'all like voting rights. The world was a much calmer place. Women like you didn't have the right to open your mouth and say shit because somebody just put their foot in your ass and made you shut the fuck up. That way, you wouldn't be spouting out your stupid ass opinion. Psalms 140:1. Deliver me, O Lord Yahawah, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man. You so-called white people, which imagine mischiefs in their heart continually. They are gathered together for war. Psalms 83. NATO, EU. But the thing about that is, all them other nations, they about to come against you, you Israelis and you Babylonians here. They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips, Salah. Keep me, O Lord Yahawah, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man who proposed to overthrow my goings. Hey, Jake, keep your head on that swivel out there. You don't know who the hell the Lord Yahawah gonna have test you out there. But back to you pink people. The proud have laid a snare for me. They gonna take away little freedom of speech, call brothers terrorists and whatnot for coming out here and telling you Israelites the truth of the Bible. And you was too damn stupid to listen. The proud have hid a snare for me in cords. They have spread a net by the wayside. They have set gins for me, Salah. Want to trap you up in your words. That's something that kind of it aggravates me. Nitpick every goddamn word that come out of my mouth. The proud, excuse me. I have said unto the Lord Yahawah, thou art my power. Hear the voice of my supplications. Hear my begging. O Lord Yahawah, Ba'ashim. O Lord Yahawah, the Lord Yahawah, the strength of my salvation. Thou hast covered my head in the day of battle. For you brothers and you sisters who you came into this with that humble and contrite spirit, you're going to be taken care of. Grant not, O Lord Yahawah, Ba'ashim, the desires of the wicked. Further not his wicked device. MAGA, make America great again. I mean, put you Israelites back in slavery again. The affliction will not be set forth the second time. We ain't going back into slavery. You other nations going into slavery. Further not his wicked device, let they exalt themselves, Salah. As for the head of those that compass about me, what's that? Joe Biden let them troops in, them sleeper cells and whatnot. Let the mischief of their own lips cover them. Let burning coals fall upon them. Hey Esau, that mean your blessing gonna get used against you. Let them be cast into fire, into deep pits, that they rise not up again. Obadiah 1:18. Let not an evil speaker be established in the earth. Again, you pink people, evil shall hunt the violent man. Bad times shall hunt the violent man, the pink man, to overthrow him. I know that the Lord Yahawah, Bashim Abashah, will maintain the cause of the afflicted. My brothers out there who under them damn curses. Surely the righteous shall give thanks unto thy name. You Israelites gonna praise the name of the Lord Yahawah, Bashim Abashah, the Apocrypha, and the elect shall praise his holy name. The upright shall dwell in thy presence, because you got that fear and a little bit of understanding. Hey, Shalom, Shamar. Yahawah, Shemar, Shabrakatah, bro. Hey, Esau, the third part of men was killed by his own blessing. Hey, how I feel to know you did this all for nothing. This Job 5:12. He, the Lord Yahawah, Bashim Abashah, disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So what, you got this your technocracy up and moving, gone on and crush this economy, so we ain't gotta work no more. My brother's tired of this bullshit. I know I am. I'ma speak for him. He that taketh the wise in their own craftiness, fall into your own trap. The counsel of the froward is carried headlong. You gonna fall face first into slavery, you pink pieces of shit. I'm talking about you, you elite bankers. They meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday as in the night. But he saveth the poor from the sword, the Wadi Shah, from their mouth and from the hand of the mighty. So the poor hath hope, and iniquity stoppeth her mouth. Behold, happy is the man whom the Most High Yahawah corrected. Therefore, despise not, Jacob. Just coming into this don't mean you just you gonna take some lumps in this, bro. You too, sis. You gonna take some lumps. Just be glad you taking them now instead of, because in a minute that's just how my mind works. So please forgive me. I believe the Lord gonna just pour it out on everybody else. And he gonna pull all them ailments and stuff off, brothers, them bad backs and knees and shit y'all got. I believe it's gonna be a switch, it's gonna be flipped. All that mental angst and that physical pain that you have to endure, when the world get it, that switch gonna flip, and it's not gonna be on you no more. I believe you're gonna be walking around this bitch able-bodied. You're gonna be straight. And you're gonna see these people get unadulterated hell poured out on their ass. Them plagues of ancient Egypt gonna come here. Wild beasts will change their places. Man, that shit gonna be crazy. Cannibalism, drones and shit, blowing up people, missile strikes. I bet you that shit gonna be crazy. And you people, you people found out who we are, and you thought this was a fucking game. Behold, happy is the man whom the Most High Yahawah corrected. Hey, be thankful. Therefore, despise not the chastening of the Almighty. For he maketh sore by way of the curses, and bindeth up by giving you them brothers to listen to and follow him. He wounded again by way of the curses, and his hands maketh whole. Hey, Jake, I had the weed demon on me. Jake, stop smoking that shit, bro. That shit ain't for you to be smoking. Let me get this from the bro Shemyar. This Acts 5:41. 5:40 and 41. And to him they agreed, And when they had called the apostles and beaten them, foul ass niggas. And they commanded that they should not speak in the name of YAHAWASHI, then let them go. And they departed from the presence of the council, rejoicing that they were counted worthy to suffer shame for his name. Hey, look, I'd rather take an ass whooping for doing this. I'd rather be looked at sideways for doing this. I'd rather be stubborn in righteousness and do this than to go back into the world and have the Lord, YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, look at me like you a woman worshiping beta male, politically correct bitch. You ain't one of mine. You died down here and come back and get your blessing on the other side of this shit. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. I want to be one of them dudes who stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord, YAHAWASHI. I ain't never expect this to be easy or no goddamn popularity contest. Jake, you in trouble, bro. Job 5:18. For he maketh sore and bindeth up by way of the curses. He wounded and his hands make whole. By giving you the truth of the Bible back, them elders and apostles tell you where you went wrong at and where to go right at. And them brothers, and he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7, the nukes. There shall no evil touch thee. And in famine, he shall redeem thee from death. You're going to eat. You don't have to worry about that. And in war, from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue. This is, okay. This Isaiah 65:13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord YAHAWAH, to the 2/3 of you people, you Israelites, behold, my servants, them brothers out there in the street corners shall eat, but ye, because you didn't listen, shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye, because you didn't listen, shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye, because you didn't listen, shall be ashamed. Like, all that God is love, that witchcraft bullshit, all that bullshit our people put there in your face to want you to keep going back into the world. If you bite on that bullshit, boy, it's going to be hard in the yard for you. Job 5:22, at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth, for thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. And thou shalt know that thy tabernacle shall be in peace, and that thy habitation, and thou shalt not sin. Let me go back and make a point. Jake, you still smoking weed, bro? And you done found out who we are, bro? What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? I've always known smoking that bullshit was wrong. Back in the day, Jake was going to do some nigga shit, and I don't know how it happened, but I'm sitting in the passenger seat of a Trailblazer, and this big ass fucking furry ass yellow and black yellow jacket got in the car and under my fucking shirt. He lit my ass up. He hit me in my lower back. He had me in that car looking like a porno hoe with an arch in his back. I'm in a car screaming like a bitch and tearing my ass up. That's how I knew we ain't supposed to be smoking that shit. So years later, I come into the truth. Literally, the last time I smoked, right out there on that fucking porch, I rolled me up some bubble kush like a complete nigger I was. Man, y'all, this big old furry black and yellow joint flew up on that fucking porch and went to buzzing around. I looked up at him. I ain't smoke no more. I was done with that shit right there. Hey, Jake and Eve, This ain't no game. And then that same night, I was watching the brothers in Charlotte, and the brother, his channel is Shining Light By. Damn, I can't remember that brother's name. And please don't find me being disrespectful. That's not what the case is, bro. I do not know your name. Please forgive me for that. He got on in front of the camera and he said, "Don't be smoking that shit. When you burn it, it take away them properties. Being supposed to be in hell in that shit. It put demons on you, Jake." But anyway, hey man, Jake, you know right from wrong at this point, bro. Bro, yeah, bro. That weed demon. Hey, Jake grew up down here all cursed and under them goddamn under the curses, excuse me. It's shit coming from you from every angle. You can't even feel his shell or just fucking ball up in this bitch. You just looking for some kind of relief in this motherfucker. And for a while, it was that weed demon. And that ain't no kind of relief, Jake. It's not, bro. It's not no relief, bro. You need to come out of whatever bullshit you on, bro. And don't be envying your oppressor. And choose none of his ways, bro. This shit gonna be fucked up. The Lord gave you a way to go about things and go about life on this big blue and green bar. He gave you heavenly ways. Psalm 73 and 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. So what, they get to ride around this motherfucker in Benzes and shit. They look flicked in them. They don't even look right in that shit. Me and Eve know this was an Italian Jake. We riding down the street and this black caddy all tinted out. That motherfucker hard too. Tap Eve, I say, look at the lack. She look in the sky, cause that's what we call chariots. So we talking cold in front of people, and that way, cause I don't give a fuck what a motherfucker think about me. I done seen UFOs. I know I done been here before. All of that. So I talk about UFOs. So I mentioned one that she look in the sky, but this time she looked and seen that Cadillac. So bro had spaceship on the license plate. So I said, what the license plate say? She look over there, look at the license plate, just go to tears. He was an Italian Jake. I rolled down the window. I say, bro, that motherfucker harder than a bitch. He look over at me, he say, thanks, bro, and smash the gas on that bitch. That bitch was beautiful. All blonde, all black chromed out lack. That motherfucker was hard. And I know that was Jacob in there. Know that was Jacob in there. For there are no bands in their death. Their strength is firm. White privilege. Generational wealth. You get to live it up off our ass that you put your foot in and turn sideways. Faggot ass cracker. They are not in trouble as other men because the curses ain't on their ass fully. But how do it feel to know that they transferring? And how you set up and you watch them curses open up like from a bud to a flower? We get the perspective that you have, and we get to look at it from your angle. Neither are they plagued like other men, but you are now. Your woman hates you. Therefore, pride compasses them about as a chain. What the fuck you proud for? You were troglodyte. You head into slavery and eradication. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than the heart could wish. They got everything. Everything, including the planet Earth. They even got you, Jake and Eve. Now they want your soul. They want your spirit. They are corrupt. They speak wickedly concerning oppression. Oh, this fag ass cracker. I seen this video with DJ and Donald Trump and Bill Clinton. They two standing there side by side. He patting the dude on his ride and shit. I'm sitting there looking like, what? Why would you do that? Hey man, you crackers weird with your tie up under your neck, a phallic symbol, and we gotta sit here and live up under this shit. They set their mouth against the heavens. They talking about you Israelites. That's what Psalms 83 talking about, Jake. but you don't get it. And their tongue walking through the earth. They got the media. They make us look like we the dope boys and we sell dope. We the scum of the earth. Jake ain't got no money to get all that dope here in America. You crackers did that shit. And then make Jake look like the bad guy here. It's almost over though, Esau Eden. It's almost over. How do it feel to know this it right here? Verse 7, Psalms 73 and 18. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places. You crackers, fall in your own trap. Thou didst cast them down into destruction. It's coming, Edom. All these sea camps you want to build up. It's gonna be for nothing. We know you're gonna get we know you're gonna get your might be off the ground. We know that already. We know it. But you're gonna have to clean up this mess you made on this big planet Earth. You're gonna have to what's that shit called? Reparations. You're gonna have to repair some shit around here. But the Lord Yahweh gonna repair Jacob with that new body, with them laws downloaded in there so he can't mess up no more. But you out of there. Job 20 and 18. That which he labored for, that's what you stole. For shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance, according to what you have, and your ass too, shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. You ain't gonna be happy when you get this no world order off the ground. Go on and push that 6G and get it popping out this motherfucker. Go ahead. Because he had oppressed and forsaken the poor, you Israelites, and didn't want you to know who you were. Because he had violently taken away a house that he built not. That's talking about America. You didn't build America. You just stole it and killed your way all throughout the whole planet Earth. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desires. So what you ran into them bunkers with them seeds and shit? You still going into slavery. We still gonna bust your ass. All you heathen. This Michael. Five and 9. Nope. This Michael 5 and 7. And the remnant of Jacob, the 144,000. And them friends and helpers of the prophets, them wives and them children, shall be in the midst of many people after World War III, as a dew from the Lord Yahawah, Bashim Abashah, as the showers upon the grass, that tarrieth not for man, nor waiteth for the sons of men. When Jake opened his mouth and tell you to do something after he come off that chariot, if you don't move fast enough, you're going to get your head busted. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles, shall be among the 17 nations, in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who, if he go through, both tread it down and tear it in pieces, and none can deliver. And the hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries, upon the other 17 nations, and all thine enemies shall be cut off. What that's saying, Daniel, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people. Somebody going into slavery. And I don't think it's going to be them people on that 12 tribe sign at all. The hand of thine hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries, and all thine enemies shall be cut off. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will cut off thy horses from the midst of thee and destroy thy chariots. Let me just get to the point. Verse 13, thy engraven images shall I also cut off. No more Mount Rushmore. No more statues of Cristobal Colon. No more fag shit. I got you, bro. Thy engraven images also will I cut off, and thy standing images out of the midst of thee, and thou shalt no more worship the work of thine hands. This bitch DJ talking about he want a triumphal arch. You ain't finna triumph for shit. And I will pluck up thy groves out of the midst of thee, and I will destroy thy cities. And I will execute vengeance and anger and fury upon the heathen, the other 17 nations in their entirety, such as they have not heard. This from the Brosham Yah. This Jeremiah 30:16. And I love this scripture. 880, dumb, crippled, and crazy. Man, woman, child. Everybody gonna get it. Because that's what the fuck we had to endure. All you other nations, get your portion too. Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. That don't say it's an exception to the rule because you believe in Christianity. That say all of you dogs going into slavery. We're going to use our women as toys. Man, y'all, I watched this movie called Drum. I think it's a prequel to Mandingo. Man, that movie had me fucked up in here. You try to use Jake for a toy. Jake gonna get him a fresh piece from Eve. The fucking cracker go in there, go get her before you do, and then tell you go in there, go use her anyway. Man, that's fucked up. Man, that's fucked up. Man. This shit is crazy. I'm sitting here looking at forgive me y'all. For you dumbass niggas of the tribes, and you will sit your ass up and be voting and shit. Here's what the crackers think about you hoe ass nigga. And with your homeboy Michael Obama, you niggas should be ashamed of yourself. The way you think is shameful as fuck, Jake. And most of you niggas got the mentality of a fucking woman. Shameful. This Habakkuk 2. And 9. No, verse 8. Because thou, Esau Edom, has spoiled many nations, but especially the tribes. All the remnant of the people, the other 17 nations, shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land and of the city, and all that dwell therein. You gotta pay for this shit, you so-called white people. Woe unto him, woe unto a white man that coveteth and evil covenants to his house. You jealous, you want something that don't belong to you, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Your space stations and your bunkers. And my brothers who I learned this from, they gonna come blow them doors off and bust your ass and put chains on you and fuck you up. Put his nest on high that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by what you did to the tribes, by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. Verse 12, woe unto him that built the town with blood, with slavery, by the backs of these Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and established a city by iniquity. Behold, it is not of the Lord Yahawah of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall weary themselves for very vanity. You ain't finna keep working for no fucking cracker no more, bro. You ain't finna keep doing this. So the earth, for the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord Yahawah by Shema Messiah. My brothers out there in the street corners, that's the internet. As the waters cover the sea. You crackers, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, science, religion, stupid ass, creepy, freak, weirdo philosophies that put a stop bottle to him. You gave an Israelite some bullshit to ponder on, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, you going into slavery, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be upon thy glory. The whole world know what you did, and now it's time to pay. whole world hate the white man, especially the Jewish white man. Weirdo, fag ass crackers. And you niggas will live by any rule they put in front of your ass. Joel 3:1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah, the southern kingdom, and Jerusalem, the north. And I will also gather all nations. World War III, Revelation 11 and 14. The second war is past, and behold, the third war cometh quickly. Isaiah 9 and 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise. That's talking about swords and shields clanging and garments rolled in blood. But this war, World War III, shall be with burning and fuel of fire. That's talking about nukes. For I will, Joel 2 and 3 and 2. For I will gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of YAHAWASHI, and plead them with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, you Israelites, what they did to us, whom they scattered among the nations, and parted my land, you Amalekites and and the rest of you heathen in our homeland. What you doing there, you damn fool? And they have cast lots for my people. That's talking about auctioning blocks, Jake. Shit. Also, Jake, you dumbass niggas who want to go shake Roger Goodell and Adam Silver hand. That's talking about you, nigga. That have given a boy for a harlot, pedophiles, and sold a girl for wine, turned Lil Eve into a whore that they might drink. And what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Will you render unto me a recompense? You ain't gonna pop. As a matter of fact, you heathens. He asking if you gonna apologize. And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head. What's that in Ezekiel? The Lord said the heathen listen to our people. I mean, the heathen listen to him before our people will. Because ye, you heathen, have taken my silver and my gold. That's talking about you Israelites. And have carried into your temples my goodly and pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, you white people, that ye may remove them far from their border, the land of Israel. And we the Israelites, you dumb fucking nigga, we ain't no Hamites. The land of Africa ain't our homeland, dumbass. And I will sell your sons and your daughters, the heathen, into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off. For the Lord Yahawah, by YAHAWASHI, has spoken it. Yeah, the Lord Yahawah said, you dogs going into slavery. Proclaim thee this among the Gentiles, you heathens, and 2/3 of you dumbass niggas who gonna join these armies and space forces, you gonna get turned into nothing. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up and get your ass turned into ashes, dust, and smell of smoke. Beat your plowshares into hooks and your pruning hooks into spears. Weak, effeminate, dot-head ass Elam. He got a nuke now. He ready to send it up your faggot red ass, Esau. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves, you heathen, and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause my mighty ones to come down, O Lord Yahawah, by YAHAWASHI. Let the heathen be awakened, to tie fire to Babylon. In other words, to nuke America, to come up to the valley of YAHAWASHI, for there will I sit to judge the heathen, the other 17 nations, round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe, it's about their time. Get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness of the other 17 nations, and especially the so-called white man, is great. Multitudes and multitudes of dead bodies in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord Yahawah, by YAHAWASHI, is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon shall be darkened due to mushroom clouds from nuclear warfare, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. The Lord Yahawah, by YAHAWASHI, shall roar out of Zion. That's what you see by way of these videos. And utter his voice from Jerusalem. Them brothers out there talking. And the heavens and the earth shall shake. But the Lord Yahawah, by YAHAWASHI, will be the hope of his people, you Israelites. And the strength of the children of Israel. So shall ye know that I am the Lord Yahawah, your power, dwelling in Zion and nowhere else in my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, be separate, and there shall no more strangers pass through her anymore. We about to go home. We about to kick off in heathens and devil's asses. And it's going to be great. This Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord Yahweh Bashim Abishai will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So when you other nations, you got to feel with them slave ships feeling like you going to see what it's land like, how your woman hates you, want a man of another nation, don't want to have nothing to do with you, disrespect you. How your children, oh, Ishmael, I know that's going to tear a hole in your ass. The order that you got from us, it's going, the Lord Yahweh going to snatch it away. You're going to have to deal with it. It's going to be fantastic. For sure. You have to deal. You're going to have to watch your Ishmael, because I hate your fucking guts. You watch your son come out here and be a fag. Your daughter going to be a whore. She going to want Jacob. Hey, y'all, Ishmael here. He found out his daughter was messing with Jake. For a long time they was sodomizing her ass here, but they found out her ass is messing with Jake. Her ass came up missing. One day they found out, the next day she was gone. But hey, Ishmael, I'm gonna have plenty of your daughters, bro. Man, you gonna be getting your funky ass to work, you bitch ass camel jockey. Fuck you, you camel burger eating bitch. I can't wait to peel the flesh from your bones with my fucking hand. Fuck you. Ew. Ew, Ishmael the fag. Ishmael the fag by nature, huh? God damn. But I knew that hey y'all, that's a comment from Bro Shemyar. He said them Arabs believe that women are for making children and boys are for going up in. Ishmael hoe ass or cut your ride and your dangling parts off so you could guard his harem, and you dumb niggas here, you call him Ak and shit, but that's our language for brother. And he sit there and call your hoe ass Abd, which means slave. And you dumb niggas will follow his hoe ass religion just to get his bitch. I can't wait for this shit. Look up Baka. Oh shit, pederasty. I know what that word mean. Hey, Ishmael. Ooh. Hey, Psalms 83 talk about how y'all coming in y'all colluding with Esau. Shit, y'all do the same shit he do. Ain't that a bitch? Baka Bazi is a pederastic practice in Afghanistan. That's talking about Ishmael and Elon. Mostly you, Ishmael, bitch. In a historical Turkestan, which men exploit and enslave adolescent boys, sometimes for sexual abuse, and or coerce them to cross-dress in attire traditionally worn by women and girls for dance and entertainment. Ishmael want a man out there belly dancing. The man exploiting the young boy is called Bakabaz, literally boy player, and the boy is called Baka. Often the boys coming from an impoverished and vulnerable situation, such as street children, homeless kids, their mom done put them away, mainly without relatives or abducted from their families. In some cases, families facing extreme poverty or starvation may feel compelled to sell. Damn! their sons or allow them to be adopted in exchange for food and money. Man, you heathens. The backers are obliged to serve their patrons and their wishes through cross-dressing and sexual entertainment. Bacchus are primarily exploited for entertainment, but they have been used for daily tasks in war and becoming bodyguards. Hey, remember, Jake, they still put us in slavery to this day. Cut your joint off and how you guarding his women so you can't go up in them. Facing social stigma and sexual abuse, the young boys who often despise their captors struggle with psychological effects from abuse and suffer from emotional trauma for life, including turning to drugs and alcohol. Boy, the Lord gotta reset planet Earth because you fucking pink piece of shit in existence. And you do this shit. Pedophile rings and shit. The vilest men exalted. This Hebrews 12. It's Hebrews 12 and 16. Lest there be any fornicator, a sexually weirdo, amoral freak or fag, a heathen, or profane person, such as Esau, you red people, and you Arabs too, for one morsel of meat, for some raw meat and lentils, he sold his birthright. Then you come up with Christianity, and you don't tell us we Jacob, and you say we stole something from you. When you fucking white people, I got this whole ass nigga. He an Israelite foreigner look like Esau. It's for a long time he would just sit up and follow me around that bitch like we on the plantation, like he's some kind of overseer. Man, I spaz on his ass and lost my shit. I got carnal with that nigga. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. He left me alone after that. Coward motherfucker. You niggas some bitches. Can't stand being around you, Jake. You a hoe. And then you Israelite foreigners, you dance like us. You got that cool little strut you got. And this is a cat from Germany. I think he a Judite. He probably got about 6-7 years on me, so he damn near 60. When his body ain't fucking with him real bad, you can see a little stroll to him and shit. He got a little glide to his step and shit. And then next thing you know, this nigga turn around and act like a whole cracker. All right, I'm gonna end it right there. Call Halayim. We'll have to put a Rasla Abanawa YAHAWAH, Allahayinawa, Bahashim, YAHAWASHI, Bahashim, MaganHaAhmath. That being said, all praise, honor, and glory to our Father, YAHAWAH, our power, in the name of YAHAWASHI, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the elders and apostles and the bishops in Connecticut, the great millstone who taught us this truth. Continue to teach us this truth and who rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to Habiyah, Shaldar, Yahweh, means to the house of David, Akbati, my bunny. And those are the women and children tied to the men of the Lord, predestined for salvation him in these last days. I'd like to say shalom to you. Hey, Yahweh Bashim Shai, Bashim Kakadash, Babakasha, 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 Shalak Rayam, Wa Nashim, Wa Badim, Wa Haragim, Wa Mashipayim, all called, Adawamim, Bagawai, Wa Yabunau, Babakasha, 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 Yahweh Bashim Shai, Wa Yahweh Bashim Shai, Babakasha, 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 Shamar, Wabagan, Barak, Cause of Kanyam, Wa Akim, Wa Akwatim, Wa Banyam, Ekam Yashirala, Shalom, and the Bible Ball, ate the water for the tune in, Malakim, Yahweh Bashim Shai, Brakatham. Wow.